to the Hop. This is David Charles Allen, realtor at Village Properties in Santa Barbara with my good friend and co-host, Patty Teal. How you doing today, Patty?
I'm doing great too, David. Thanks for asking.
That's amazing. Yeah, we've had some beautiful weather here in Santa Barbara. It kind of feels like summer all over again. Looking ahead, we're going to see more sunny skies throughout the 70s. So it's really been nice over here.
Well, listeners may know that I'm in Florida these days, and it's been really nice weather here. First time we've had nice weather the last few weeks. In fact, this morning it was in the high 50s. I had to have a jacket. It was amazing. And then it got into the 70s midday. So I'm really enjoying it now.
Yeah, it's nice when you can sit back and enjoy the weather, and we're blessed to have such great times in this holiday season. So in terms of swell, we might not be as blessed. We've had a relatively flat spell these last few days. So looking ahead, we could get a couple fun days with some fun-sized surf, but there's really been nothing in the last couple of days. So,
well, I know you surfer people really are missing it when the surf is not around.
Yeah, always missing, always chasing something, that's for sure.
Yeah. So what are the real estate stats doing this week?
Yeah, we'll start with interest rates. They've been doing the last few weeks. They kind of go up and down a little bit. So they went back up this week to 3.25% for conforming 30-year and 3.125% for jumbo 30-year. So again, a little slight uptick in both rates, still at all-time lows, so to say, and historically really low levels. So it's still a good time to purchase if you're looking specifically at interest rates. And then in terms of stats, like you've been asking, new listings, 26 new listings, 9 price changes, 25 that closed, 28 that pended, 3 that expired, and 6 that were coming soon. So it's kind of typical this week. You're going to see a little slowdown of homes coming on the market. But as you can see, there's still a lot of buyer activity with the number of homes that went pending was over the amount that were new.
And I imagine as people got ready for Thanksgiving, that slowed things down a bit. And people have to keep in mind that it takes a little bit to close on these houses. So even if they got in a bit of a bidding war, they might not be in the house until January.
Yeah, that's very true. Escrows usually take about 30 days. In terms of appraisals where you are, it's really hard to even get an appraisal back within 21 days. So it's tough if you're applying for a loan, and it's going to take you probably 30 days or even more to close on a home. So a lot of people don't realize that when they're purchasing, or at least first-time home buyers, that it's a whole process of going through escrow, and there's all the I's to dot and T's to cross. So it's a
process.
Exactly. It's definitely a process.
Yeah. Well, we got an interesting article that I wanted to tell you about, David. It was from a listener in Northern California, and it was in the Wall Street Journal. The title of the article is Retirees Buy Forever Homes. And then in bold letters, it says, then they sell them. And so it was fascinating, especially since I'm in the age category that they were talking about. It was mostly people from their 50s through their 70s who thought they were buying a forever home. Oftentimes they moved to a different area, and then they realized for any number of reasons, nope, this is not my forever home. Sometimes they didn't like the area as much as they thought they would, or they didn't gel with the social activities or the friendships in the new area. And they sometimes had to move 2 and 3 times in a short period of time. It was pretty interesting.
That is interesting. I'm wondering if they're taking those stats from just the last couple of years, or if it's been kind of a 5-year platform for that. Because I know there has been a lot of turnover and people wanting to start something new in this last year and a half that we've been going through all this. And kind of like we talked about before, too, a lot of people are buying before they know. Even they're giving up some things that they thought they wanted just to be able to have something. And I wonder if that has anything to play with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I got the feeling that it was a current article following current trends, but I'm not 100% positive about that. They have some statistics along the side of the article. It says 21% of buyers say the home they purchased is a forever home. And then 44% of buyers plan to stay in a home for 16 or more years. 25% of home sellers are ages 41 to 55. So oftentimes I think they plan to move to this place and have it be their forever home, but it just didn't quite work out that way.
Yeah, I think there's so many life events, that different factors that play into people's decisions, that to say you're going to be somewhere forever is very should I say, crazy commitment.
It is. You might be, because you just don't know whether there's going to be health concerns that come up. Maybe you miss your family, or you just don't feel the vibe once you move somewhere. There are a lot of things to take into consideration that you really maybe can't know until you actually try it out and live somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. It caused an influx of people into Santa Barbara as well. We're getting a lot of people here that are from these big cities. And who knows if these big cities start picking back up again in a couple of years, all these people that moved here are really going to miss that kind of lifestyle with more hustle and bustle and more activities, and not much of a sleepy town. So that's always going to affect people and where they live. And that's something you really just can't predict sometimes.
Right. You might think you want small town living, but you might miss the theater and the restaurants and things, but you don't even know you'll miss it until you give it a try.
Yeah, exactly. You get somewhere like here and you get sick of going to the same 3 restaurants that you're accustomed to.
No, now I live somewhere where there really were only about 3 restaurants.
Right?
Santa Barbara has more restaurants than that.
They do. They definitely do.
They definitely do. Yes. Well, David, what's going on with fur babies at home? I've changed the title of that segment because you don't just have pooches at home. You have fur babies with Mango the cat added to your mix of Jazz the German Shepherd and, of course, your beloved Bailey the Chihuahua mix.
They're all doing amazing. I feel like we should have gave Mango the name Oyster, or at least have him as a nickname. His fur just sticks out so funny around his neck and his head that he looks like he has oyster mushrooms just growing all over him. It's an interesting sight. I don't think I've seen a cat anything like it before.
I can't wait until I see him in person. At least in the meantime, I hope you'll send me a picture. That just sounds so hilarious and so cute. I really like Mango. He certainly sounds like he has a big personality.
Yeah, I'm going to send you a photo right away.
Oh, I will love that.
I have a cute one for you. Yes.
I will love that. Well, any special plans for Thanksgiving?
No special plans for me. Just kind of keeping it in town. Maybe go camping for a night or two. Just keep it really low key. Yeah.
That sounds like fun. Well, I know you wish everyone a great Thanksgiving, and I do as well. And thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Before we go, David, would you give your contact information?
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays to everyone out there. My number is 805-617-9311. My email is david@davidcharlesallen.com.
And if you want to keep current on what's happening with the real estate market, be sure you subscribe to The Hop. That's Home Ownership Podcast. Bye-bye now.
Thanks, Patty. Let's give it a go next week.